Hi, I'm Lisa J. Stocks. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm doing a quick pop-up live. I wanted to talk a little bit about Tesla and Netflix from the past week, as well as what my plans are going forward with my investing throughout 2024, throughout the recession, throughout just everything that we're going through right now with inflation, what my plans are going forward. So let's talk a little bit about Tesla. Tesla has had a struggle all of 2024 so far with, um, let's see, they have been down about 30% on the year, and over the last week, they are down an additional 13%. So I just wanna run through some of the struggles that Tesla has been having. Let's start with, um, hmm, let's see. The Cybertruck. There were repeated delays in the Cybertruck coming out. It's out now. I had never seen one myself around my area, but now that they're finally out, all of the Cybertrucks are being recalled. So that has been one of the recent obstacles that um, Tesla has struggled with. And now, what else? Earnings. They had an earnings miss in both sales and profits. So Tesla has just been having struggle after struggle. Their revenues have dropped. They've abandoned their lower cost EV model, the Model 2 that was supposed to be coming out. And I feel like they should have stuck with that because it could have been something to help bridge the gap that they're going to probably have with another thing that they have in the works, which is their robo taxi. So the robotaxi has been in the works from Tesla since about 2016. But we see in the news recently that on August 8th, they're going to be unveiling it and showing us really, what we can anticipate. But there are analysts that believe that there may not be a fully driverless vehicle out here in the market until around um, maybe even 2030, some say, but we shall see. Now, Tesla is something that I invest into my portfolio. Not a huge position. It's about 6% in my portfolio, about 5% in my daughter's. So, something that I definitely take an interest in, pay attention to, but I'm not going to be one of these, investors that are going to sell out just because I see the struggle that they are currently having. It is a long-term investment for me. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for my mods in the chat. Um, so yeah, I personally started investing into Tesla back in 2021. Now, can't say it's been a strong focus of mine. Like I said, only 6% of my portfolio. I have larger positions in, for example, Apple and Amazon. But let's get back to some other struggles that they have been having. They just last week, like I said, they had a drop of over 13% just this past week. And that was after the layoff announcement of nearly 10% of their workforce. Let's see. Lower stock price in years. So the stock price has really dropped, and I'm not looking at this as anything. Like I said, I'm not turning away from my Tesla investments. I'm not cutting out of my portfolio. Unlike a few years back when Tesla dipped down to nearly $100 range, I did not go hard. But this time around, if Tesla does come down to say between 110 to 130, I will have a stronger focus into adding it into my portfolio. Let me know if you have any. Yes, Tesla on sale. That is what some people believe. And I was live last night with my co-host as well as earlier this afternoon. And we always saying to each other that investments are the one thing that when things pull back, when your investments are down, long-term investments that you know and truly believe in, when you have that opportunity, the quote unquote sale, investments seem to be the one thing that people don't take advantage of. You will take advantage of it across the board with all of your consumer type goods, but when your investments are down on something that you truly know that is going to be a long-term hold for you, make sure to have money on hand to take advantage of the dip. So, I think I covered a lot of the different points. Did I touch on the Model 2? Yeah, another oh, yes, I did. So, Tesla had in the works their Model 2 vehicle, and I was saying that they probably should have stuck with that because that is something that could have been, um more something to drive revenue from the masses, something affordable, whereas the robo-taxi and the fully driverless vehicle may be something that they need time to take and get on the on board with and get all the kinks out of and get people comfortable with using. So it may be years to come with really that gaining momentum and being something that is really benefiting the company. But the Model 2 might have been something more mainstream more quickly to get more revenue and just help the company to not be having these type of dips in their price. So on to Netflix. Another thing that I had my eye on last week was that Netflix reported very strong quarterly earnings. And, I'm sure a lot of us have been aware of and were impacted potentially by the password sharing shutdown that they did. And with that, they've been able to add 9.3 million subscribers alone in Q1, and they have a total of about 270 million subscribers to the platform. And like I said, they reported very strong quarterly results, but something that most people probably may not have anticipated on Friday alone, let me pull up the Netflix chart. Let me see. As we came to the end of last week, Netflix was down a little over 9%. And some negative news came out. Well, negative according to what we're seeing in the stock price and the sentiment of the stockholders is that they're going to be changing their disclosures coming in 2025. They're not going to be sharing the number of subscribers and some of that information that they currently share. So I guess that's something that has impacted the stock price. And, you know, this is what these things lead to. Whereas I'm sure that people that may have been getting into Netflix as a trade potentially last week may have really had a negative impact with the way things went, considering that, as I said, they had strong quarterly results, but sometimes that's not the only thing that always makes a stock price increase after earnings reports. So that's it. I just wanted to touch on this information. This is some information that I had kind of on hand, and I had been thinking about this week, but hadn't gotten around to presenting and sharing, even though, throughout the other times that I have been live recently. And I also wanted to take an opportunity to go and try out this vertical live. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to also share a little bit about what I'm going to be doing, as I said at the beginning, my plans going forward into 2024. I am going to be having money on hand and staying consistent with my investing. As I was sharing, you can't let a lower stock price always turn you off. Many of my investments, in the beginning, years ago, I had some investments that I had kind of had a confusion and I didn't have a full plan of, is this an investment or is it a trade? But now I've gained some more experience over the last few years, and um, it's clear to me. I know what is in my portfolio. I know what positions I want to build up. And there's, no time that I'm going to be taking any breaks from, especially investing into my foundation stocks, my S&P 500, total stock market, for example. I get exposure to that through VOO, VTI, as well as I've been building a big position in one of my IRAs, and also right now into into my current 401k into FXAIX. So I'm just looking forward to staying focused on that. If the the indexes pull back, if certain stock prices pull back, I'm going to be ready with my cash on hand to continue building out these positions. So let me just take a quick look at the chat and see if there are any questions or comments. And as I said, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to like and subscribe so that I get shared out more, and you'll be here and ready, and hit that notification bell so you will be alerted when I am live, when I post new content. So let me take another quick look at the chat. Let me share. I see a comment here that says I have to start from the beginning. And I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that, but something else I love to share on my channel as much as I can is that you do not have to save up a large amount of money to get started with investing. I was reading a comment from someone recently, and they were saying, well, once I get my child's account, savings account, up to $5,000, then I'll get started investing. And I don't always reply to all the comments that I see, whether I'm on Facebook or here on YouTube. But this comment, I had to say, I'm going to comment here and share with this person that there's no reason to wait. Money invested, or money that you get into a high yield savings account or a CD, which is not investing, but I feel that those are things that you also need to incorporate in your money plan. There's no reason to wait to get started with it. I know I invest for my daughter at Fidelity. Over there, the minimum is $1. You will find, I will put them in, investment links for example, MooMoo and the Webull investing platforms. I have portfolios on both of those, and the minimum to invest is $5. So, in my opinion, there's never any reason to wait for investing. If you can start with $5, $10, whatever you have, instead of having it sitting in your account, just losing value to inflation, get it working, get it invested. And, for children, as soon as as soon as you have their paperwork, as soon as you have their social security number, they can have an account too. I encourage that, mainly for parents that have their financial situation set. But even if you don't, we're always still here. Even if your financial situation as a parent is not perfect, we're always buying the kids video games and Easter baskets and all of these different things. Allocate a little bit of that money to investing for them. I know when I turned 18, 16, and those milestone ages, I would be very glad for someone to have built up even the smallest portfolio for me to gift to me, because you have to realize compound interest and money building, it's really on your side the more time that you have money invested. So take advantage of that. Realize that you don't have to always choose individual stocks. You can choose an ETF or index funds, which I have many videos on my channel about that if you're not familiar. And that will give you a more simple beginner way to invest for yourself, for your children, if that's the place that you're at in your investing journey. I personally have some knowledge, and I do research, and I take the time to look at different stocks, but I also have a very strong foundation. High percentage from my daughter's account is 80% into these type of, you know, ETFs, a basket of stocks that may not grow at such a high rate as some of the individual stocks, but she is getting steady growth, and of at least, historically, about 10%. And, we're coming off of a year, like we just came out of 2023 where the growth was over 28%. So there are going to be really great years in there and there may be down years, but if you're investing for yourself for the long term for retirement, if you're investing on behalf of your children, know that you have time to deal with any price fluctuations and things that may happen in the market, especially if, we are in a recession or whatever may come about. You have to realize there are ups and downs. But if you look at it long term, you will have the opportunity to really benefit yourself by focusing on your investing. So, I have recently put together I think it's called Investing 101. It's a beginner playlist. That would be a good place where I try to put just a few videos that can help someone that's kind of newer to investing. There are some other playlists that I recently set up. One is my Sunday live streams that I've been doing for the last 10 weeks. And if you can support the channel by checking out those playlists also, as well as I said, liking and subscribing when you see us live and to my regular videos that I put out during the week. So let me take a look and see if I could. Yes. So the playlist, I have an beginner investing playlist. It's called Investing 101 Beginner's Guide. So check that out if you're newer to investing and leave me comments there and I will try to reply to you. I also just set up another playlist and it's called Investing Unlocked. Now, that name may change, but that one is with myself, Prez the investor, and You Learn with Robert. And I want to give them both, they are both mods on my channel, and I want to give them an extra special shout out for being here and encouraging me in my journey here on YouTube. So, how long? Let me see. All right. So, let me see. Are there any questions in the chat? NVIDIA. Yes, NVIDIA is another one that really dropped last week. Okay, so I don't see any questions. And like I said, this was a quick pop up. I just wanted to bring you a little update on Tesla, Netflix, and let you know where my current mindset is and what I plan on doing as we continue into 2024. Way back when I started this channel over a year ago, I was talking about the recession that still hasn't gotten here, according to what we're finding out in the news. But I've been focused with my just across the board, especially with my investing. I like to stress that investing and saving are two different things, but I've been focused on both. I've been able to manage because I have focused on saving in my high yield savings account. That has helped me also because when something comes up, I just had to have car repairs again. A few months ago, I was having an issue with the roof, and these things always happen. But because I have savings on hand, I use my savings. I then build back up my savings, but I'm not having to use my credit card, run into any interest because I have that as a part of my, total money plan that I have in place for myself. But a key part of it is my investing. So I do work full time. I have a 401k, but in addition to that, I am striving for financial independence, retire early. So I'm also focused on building up my real estate, focus on my investing on my own because those could be potential dividends that I can tap into in early retirement if when I am able to stop working before the age of 59 and a half, 67, whatever the norm is. And we're seeing in the news that obviously because of the issues with Social Security, they plan on increasing the Social Security age. So potentially, when I get to the age, it could be 72 to get full benefits. So I can't be dependent on that. And who knows, the amount right now is probably about $1,800. What can that do? So we have to be mindful, focus on our investing for the long term, short term, our investing to take care of our older selves, as well as just focus on staying out of debt, having saving on hand, and making sure that what all the money that we have is money that we have working for us. So that's the type of encouragement I try to give on my channel. And I think that's going to be it for today. As I said, this is my first time ever going live by myself. So please give me some applause in the chat if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in. I will be coming to you throughout the week. And I have a Sunday live stream where you can usually catch me at 3 p.m. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.